everybody, Andy with Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. Today we are going to review yet another family, and not only yet another family, but yet another Papo family. The Papo Pterosaur family. We start with the Dimorphodon, the Tupuxuara, and the original classic Pteranodon. Obviously he can't stand up, so he's got to just chill out and lean back there like he's awesome. These figures, as with pretty much everything Papo, are all awesome. If you are a fan of pterosaurs, you should be a fan of Papo pterosaurs, because they put so much detail into any figure they make, and they pretty much always look awesome. Now, of course, all of these figures differ quite a bit from the prototype pictures, so when you're on any websites, you happen to see a prototype picture of any of these figures, don't expect them to come looking just like they do on the prototypes, because they're not going to, especially the Dimorphodon, because in the prototype pictures, this didn't have this type of bluish on it, I don't believe. I know it didn't have it here on the face. I know when I got this, I was like, wow, it looks quite a bit different than the actual prototype pictures. Now, I've heard some people say that they like it better this way, that the original paint scheme that they had on this was a little too Jurassic World inspired, and that's not really a bad thing to me, but some people don't like that. I think it looks awesome either way, so whatever. I like them all. Let's start the review. We will start with the Pteranodon. This, I believe, was their very first pterosaur figure, and I actually have purchased this 2 times because the first one I got looked good. I mean, I liked it a lot, and then I saw this one. Now, my first one did not have this cool little ring around its eye here. This one has a ring around its eye on both sides and just looked really, really cool. I happened to see this one at Clyde Peeling's Reptile Land in their gift shop when I was there, and although I did already have the figure, like I said, mine didn't have the neat little ring around his eye, and I felt like this one's paint application was just a little better than the one I originally had, so I bought it because why not? I don't know if maybe there was like a first run of paint on these and then a second run of paint that was slightly differed, or if it's just because they're all hand painted so they all come out a little different. I don't know, but I really like this one. I felt like the whole body really overall was painted much better than the one that I had originally purchased. But either way, just get a closer look. It's a little tough to get a closer look at this guy because he's got some nice big wings that kind of get in the way. Hold on, there we go. It's probably blurry, whatever. Now, starting with the head looks absolutely awesome. The paint job is beautiful all over it. The teeth, they have gone into such good detail. Like, the teeth are so small, and they did such a good job of really, really showing you the teeth inside the mouth of this model. Beautiful little tongue they have in there, and again on the top of the mouth. It's hard to see in the camera. Looks awesome all over the place. The wings have beautiful, beautiful detail and very, very good color. I really like how it's darker color on the outer part of the wing, then it starts to get to a really light color here in the middle, and then ends up getting into a sort of a different darker brown here on the inside. So there's so many different shades that just went into the wing. The actual body, beautiful detail all over. The feet look absolutely magnificent. The scales all over look awesome. Even the underbelly painted different than the upper side. Nice little dark or lighter brown. The upper side's like, I'm not even sure what you would consider that, almost a blackish color. And then the underside, like I said, is nice light brown color with a tannish lighter brown on the wings. Got his little finger sticking out here. So yeah, everything about this figure screams Papo, and everything about this figure screams excellence in my opinion. As far as Pteranodons go, as far as the mainstream figure companies go, you're probably not going to find a better Pteranodon. Definitely pick up the Papo one. Let me see my little, oh, where did I put, there it is. Tape measure for size. So, well, I've got to go longer than that. For size from one wing to the other is about 9 inches, so decent size. Standing up, he's a little over 3 inches tall. Yeah, close to 3.5 inches almost. So, nice size figure. He's not going to take up a lot of room in your collection, and he looks beautiful. The next figure we will go with was the next one released. This one is very, very small. Compared to, I mean, just look at even compared to the Pteranodon, he's pretty small. He's got his wing around his buddy. Smaller figure, so he fits great wherever you'd like to put him. Nice, nice small pterosaur for your collection. I actually keep him sitting on top of the Spinosaurus from Sideshow that I purchased. He looks pretty neat just chilling on top of him. Again, Papo does a great job with the detail on all their figures. Can't really say that enough. This figure is also no exception. Oops, I almost dropped him. Very, very cool coloring all over. He's got a very realistic color to me. Papo, one thing that they do is they never really stray, in my opinion, too far from realistic coloring. Some companies like Collect Day will really go like balls to the wall with some of their paint jobs as far as like bright colors and different color variations, whereas Papo doesn't really do that. They keep their figures fairly realistic looking, in my opinion. Again, beautiful detail, all sorts of different shades of color all over this figure. Nice pale wings go to a black wingtip. He's got some like lightish grayish coloring all throughout the wings. Feet look beautiful. He has no problem standing whatsoever. Stands perfectly no matter where you put him. You can pose him any way you want, and because of the way he's posed, he sits really well on top of other figures, which kind of gives him also a neat appearance. I think he'd look pretty neat on top of an Apatosaurus, maybe the Sideshow Apatosaurus, because he's so small and it's so big. I don't know if they actually lived in the same time frame, because I don't know too much about pterosaurs. I was never really a big pterosaur guy, but I'll collect anything prehistoric. This figure is very, very small. He's not even 2.5 inches high. He's about, oh geez, maybe close to 4 inches long. So he's pretty small, but totally worth the money that they charge for this guy because he looks so awesome. The detail, like I said, is excellent. Awesome figure. Now with the final one and the newest is the Dimorphodon. The Dimorphodon looks fantastic like the other two, but one thing that is a little bit of a letdown in my opinion compared to the other two, I think, is the mouth. I feel like, although it looks pretty cool when it's opened, the teeth don't, like you can see that when I close his mouth, his jaw is kind of pushed over a little bit. His teeth don't really match up if you just close it like this. And as you can see, the jaw is a little loose. You have to actually take the jaw up, position it into the good spot so that it closes and looks good that way. Again, it's not a big deal. It's not really anything to write home and complain about. The only other thing is the tongue. It's very bulky. There's not really any detail to it. So the inside of the mouth of this pterosaur isn't that great, which is sad because it's a newer figure. You would think they would just be improving all the time. But I mean, it's not a big deal again because it's the inside of the mouth. You're not going to see it too often unless you really want him posed with his mouth open all the time and you're just getting right up in there and looking. You shouldn't really notice it too much. The color on this thing is fantastic. Plus on this one is that the paint job they gave it is so good. It just looks so real, and with all the detail that they put into their figures, really makes this thing come to life, in my opinion. There are so many different shades all over this thing. Some nice browns, and I really like the white striped tail with the little red finish to the tail there. I think it really makes him look neat, and it's a step in a different direction for Papo's pterosaurs, because as you saw, the other two were very bland colors. So for them to actually put a little bit of a different color into this with the white and the black, and then the bluish coloring here on the head and in the front of the face here, it's pretty neat to see. They haven't done that really before, so it's cool to see them doing and trying new things. The underbelly also looks awesome. Just the pure amount of detail that was put into this Dimorphodon actually, in my opinion, blows the other two away, and that's impressive because I thought the other two were really, really good. This thing has just so much detail. It's incredible. Everywhere you look, it just looks awesome. The eyes especially look awesome to me. I'm a big fan of eyes looking real to me. It has a beautiful gloss on them, so it really helps to bring this model to life. Again, kudos to Papo for the actual sculpt on this thing everywhere except the mouth. Could have been better, but overall it's beautiful. It's about 6 inches long and about a little under 3 inches tall. Well, I guess I could go to the top of the wing because actually the tip of this wing goes a little higher, so it's about 3 inches tall if you go from the highest point, which would be that wing. All of these figures are still available. I don't believe any have been retired. So there's another plus, is that they can all still be purchased, and all are worth whatever you're going to pay for them, unless they do go and get retired. Then I don't know if they'll really be worth it anymore because they charge crazy prices sometimes for stuff. But these, like I said, are still all being distributed, still all being sold. Can't really recall the prices right off the top of my head. They're all obviously 3 different figures, so they're 3 different prices, but I will put the prices in the description along with links as to where you can purchase them. Get on buying them if you like pterosaurs because they're worth the money. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We need some more subscribers, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.